Hello, people. I am Jaby Koay, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We are continuing on with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Season 1, Episode 2, and this one is called The Star-Spangled Man.
Ooh.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down of our reaction because we're only allowed a maximum of 5 minutes picture-in-picture. Whole reaction might be a little bit longer than that, but we can only show you about 5 minutes. If you want to see the entire reaction uncut, uninterrupted, you can head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabyKoay, and you can watch the show along with us. However, you will need your own Disney Plus subscription so you can open up the episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. And it's like you're watching it with your two favorite pals from the internet. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications. If you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. All right, here we go.
He just winked.
You know who he kind of looks like is Casey Neistat.
Yes! I was wondering. I was like, he looks really familiar to me, and now you've just hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Oh, is that the guy right there?
Is it?
Yeah.
He looks way different without the Captain America mask on. What does it mean? Who are you?
Reliving the glory days. You nervous?
I've been a captain before, obviously, but this is different. This is...
Wrong.
Listen, this suit comes with expectations, bro. Time to go to work.
But what can you actually do, though? Do you have what it takes? Oh, different music. I like it. Aw.
What'd I miss?
It's just like the music.
Yeah, it's nice. It's this, well...
It's almost like Mission Impossible-y.
I think it's the drum,
Yeah. And then now it's
the
like
anthem.
a marching band.
Yeah, the marching band anthem.
There we go. Dang. You Americans have got it going on. Do you know what I mean? I didn't grow up with this stuff.
Of course it's ABC.
What?
ABC's owned by Disney.
Oh.
For those of you who aren't familiar with John's resume, the government did a study of your body at MIT, and you tested off the charts in every measurable category.
Okay.
Did you know Steve Rogers?
Well, I was 2 years out of West Point. Feels like a brother.
How do you feel? No. You can't replace Steve. Oh, man.
It's everywhere. God damn.
This is wrong. Hey, this isn't what Steve wanted.
Oh my God, so what do you want me to do? Call America and tell them I changed my mind? Huh? Yeah, right. Besides, I have bigger things to deal with now.
What could be bigger than this?
This guy. His connections with rebel organizations all over Eastern and Central Europe, and he's strong. So I have a feeling they might be a part of the Big Three.
What big three?
The Big Three.
What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
That's not a thing.
That's definitely a thing.
No, it's not.
Every time we fight one of the three.
There are no wizards.
Doctor Strange
Is a sorcerer.
A sorcerer is a wizard without a hat. Think about it, right? I'm right. I just came up with that. It's great. Problem.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I liked that scene.
This is just kicking off.
Yay!
Get into it.
What's our plan? What is it?
This makes way more sense in context.
Where's the chute? We're 200 feet. It's too low for a chute. I don't need it anyway.
What? You're crazy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I bet you regret that.
He made it work.
I have all of that on camera.
He's such a troll.
It's interesting how many subplots are in this.
Yeah.
You're doing the staring thing again.
Yeah. He's got that same little divot like you do in the middle of your head. The divot of intensity.
Look at you. All stealthy. Little time in Wakanda and you come out
White Panther.
So they're strong, whatever.
Whoa.
All right, let's go. No, wait. Shit.
Why is he so impulsive?
He's all like asking for a plan, and then he's like, no, I'm just gonna barge in.
Uh-oh.
It's the 8th person. I think they have a hostage.
Whoa. Oh. Here we go. Whoa. Dang, he can run fast.
Found the hostage.
She's not a hostage, is she? Or is she?
You okay?
He's gonna attack her.
Yeah, she's not a hostage. She wasn't tied up. How did they get so strong? Dang. Uh-oh. Come on, Sam. What?
I always wanted to do that.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Wow. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. I have mixed feelings right now. Oh, my God. I feel so conflicted about this. What? That's how I feel, Bucky. That's how I feel. Oh. Oh gosh. Oh my God. His head is so close to the wheels. Okay.
That's a vibranium arm, dude.
Yeah, like wrong arm, dude. Or is he just hoping the arm's gonna fall off? Oh!
Hello, girl, kick your ass.
Dang. Oh, come on, Captain America. You're playing with the big boys now. Okay.
He's gonna be mad.
Yeah,
He's gonna be like, I saved you.
Oh no. Oh no. This is when it gets real. This is when it gets real. Okay. Woo. Now what? Now what, Captain America? Okay, you're in big trouble now, dude.
That was a bad idea.
Was it? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh wow. He took that like a champ.
So that didn't go as planned, huh? It's 20 miles to the airport. You guys need a ride.
We need to figure out where they're going. How'd you track them here?
No, we didn't track them. We tracked you, through Red Wing.
You hacked my tech?
Sorry, it's not exactly hacking. It's government property.
Oh my gosh.
Do you always just stare like that?
Yeah. You get used to it.
You know, things have gotten...
Man, I got mad respect for both of y'all, but you're kind of getting your asses kicked.
Who are you?
I'm Mark Hoskins. I'm Battlestar, John Spangled.
Battlestar? Stop the car!
I'm just trying to be the best Captain America I can be. It'd be a whole lot easier if I had Cap's wingmen on my side.
It's always that last line.
It's a little interesting to me that he didn't try to catch up with the truck. Falcon.
Oh yeah, that they just let it go.
Yeah.
I hear more and more people talk about the freedom fighters who are pushing back. They call you Robin Hood.
They hired a really pretty bad guy. A really pretty actress to be the bad guy. Or one of the bad guys, anyway.
The GRC care more about the people who came back than the ones who never left. I need to know that you're all committed.
Interesting.
Let's take the shield, Sam.
We just got our ass handed to us by super soldiers. And we got nothing.
There is someone.
Who could it be?
Gandalf.
Hey, it's Black Falcon!
Because I'm black and I'm the Falcon?
Well,
Technically, I mean, yes.
So are you, like, black kid? I got him, right?
That's cute.
Who could this possibly be?
Isaiah?
Look at you.
Sam, this is Isaiah. He was a hero. We met in 51.
If I met you, I mean, I whooped your ass.
Isaiah, the reason we're here is because there's more of you and me out there, and we need to know how.
I'm not gonna talk about it anymore.
Oh, dang.
They put my ass in jail for 30 years, taking my blood. Even your people weren't done with me.
Isaiah.
Get out of my house!
Let's go, man. Let's go. Steve didn't know about him?
He didn't. I didn't tell him.
So you're telling me that there was a black super soldier decades ago and nobody knew about it? What's up, man?
Is there a problem here?
No, we're just talking.
We're fine.
Can I see your ID? Just sir, just calm down.
I am calm. What do you want?
Is this guy bothering you?
No, he's not bothering me. Do you know who this is?
Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wilson. I didn't recognize you without the goggles. Guys, just wait here, okay?
I didn't tell anybody because he'd already been through enough.
There's a warrant out for your arrest. You missed your court-mandated therapy. I'm sorry, Mr. Barnes, you're under arrest.
Oh, shit.
Can't go around doing random missions when you're supposed to be going to therapy.
Sam, I've heard a lot about you. I'm Dr. Rayner. I'm James' therapist.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for getting about.
That was not me.
Christina, it's great to see you again.
Oh, God, that guy.
Bucky's not going to be following a strict schedule any longer.
Condition of your release, session now. You too, Sam.
Damn.
It's time for the soul-gazing exercise.
I like this one, Doc. Thank you for
I love this. Oh,
Yep.
I mean,
No, turn around, turn around, face each other. Face each other.
You
Face.
should really enjoy this.
Why'd you give up that shield?
Why are you making such a big deal out of something that has nothing to do with you?
He gave you that shield for a reason. That shield, that is everything he stood for. That is his legacy. He gave you that shield and you threw it away like it was nothing. So maybe he was wrong about you. And if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me.
Oh.
Maybe this is something you or Steve will never understand. But can you accept that I did what I thought was right? Thanks, Doc, for making it weird. I feel much better.
If we divide ourselves, we don't stand a chance. You guys know that.
But you guys have rules of engagement and all kind of authorizations you have to get. We're free agents. We're more flexible.
A word of advice, then. Stay the hell out of my way.
Oh. Oh, it's like that, is it?
Damn it, we gotta move out now. They found us.
Everybody grab what you can.
I can give you time.
She looks like that comedian lady.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
The one in Bridesmaids?
Her too. She looks like her too, yeah. I can't remember the name of the comedian I'm thinking about.
Oh, dang. You're gonna try and take them all? I mean, he could run back, right?
That's not. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the point is the self-sacrifice.
Guns? I mean, I get the self-sacrifice, but also, like, he so totally could have run back. He's a super soldier.
Oh, you mean after knocking the pole down?
Yeah. He just didn't want to live anymore.
Isaiah said my people.
Don't take that to heart. That's not what he meant.
No, he meant Hydra. Hydra used to be my people. Walker doesn't have any leads.
I know where you're going with this, and no.
He knows all of Hydra's secrets. Don't you remember Siberia?
So you're just gonna go sit in a room with this guy?
Yes.
Oh. I didn't remember his name.
Yeah.
Damn. That ended quick. That was a very, very quick episode, in my opinion. I like what the show is setting up. I'm a little bit confused about a couple of things. Namely, when they just let the truck go, it just seemed like there wasn't a strong enough excuse in terms of the action to justify them not continuing to try to give chase to the truck. Especially, I mean, they established that his assistant wing pack thing,
Red Wing,
was damaged or something like that because she jumped up and knocked that shit out. But like he can still fly, right? I mean,
yeah.
So it just seemed
it
just seemed odd, and like given how fast Winter Soldier runs, it just seemed weird that they didn't try at all. It's that's mainly the thing that sort of confused me. They're really intent on showing you some real world stuff that we are talking about in the political conversation, you know?
Yeah, so you mean like the racial stuff that was being brought up and also in the previous episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It was back to back in this particular one because they showed the black super soldier who was treated badly especially compared to Captain America.
Captain America. It's like, it's right there, the unfairness.
Yeah, his
right
experience
there.
was completely different.
Yeah.
And then they step outside and the cops show up and there's already like a apprehension with the cops and this like weird thing, assuming there's a major altercation that they have to intervene just because he's black.
Because of the prejudice, and then it turns out that actually the guy who has a warrant out for his arrest is
Winter
Bucky,
Soldier,
because
Bucky.
and he's white.
Right.
Yeah.
But
even before that, I thought there was a really great moment just calling out the racial stuff where Sam's walking by and the little kid's like, "Oh, hey, Black Falcon." And he's like, "What?"
I didn't care for that exchange.
No,
I know you thought that was I know you thought that was funny and cute. I didn't care for that exchange. I like these ideas. I just didn't. It just didn't amuse me. It didn't do anything for me. Like I'm like, all right.
But I think it calls out something important, which is like he's not Black Falcon. He's just.
But no one's calling
Falcon.
him that.
Well, that kid is, and his dad presumably is. So he's like, well, it doesn't even matter the color of his skin. He's just Falcon.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But I just don't know what the real world counterpart of that conversation is my problem. I can see where the other stuff ties in. You have this hero.
Right.
And because of the color of his skin, the cops assume he's a problem until they know his celebrityhood.
Right.
Right. And so the conversation about him being Black Falcon, not Black Falcon, like I just didn't understand what the point of that was. I like this being part of the show because it makes it different and it leads to more conversation that is, related to our real world stuff. I think that's cool.
It's important.
I just don't want it to be too much, and to have three of those things back to back to back was just a little bit much for me.
Sure.
That's all. I would have taken out the thing with the kid calling him Black Falcon. That was the only unless there's something that I don't understand about our real world politics or whatever the zeitgeist, the conversations going on the internet about MCU that I don't know, and you guys can educate me, please. Unless there's something important there in the conversation that I am not privy to, I don't see the need for that particular thing. The action in the first episode, it seemed like they have a formula here. So the first episode kicked off with a bunch of action, and then it was drama to the end. Right. And then this one did a similar thing, a bunch of action, after that little intro with pseudo Captain America, what's his name? Knockoff Captain America.
Walker.
Lo-fi Captain America, replacement Captain America. Well, after that introduction, we had our action sequence and then drama for the rest of the episode. And it's an interesting formula. I'm not mad at it. I'm just pointing it out. What?
Yeah, no, I just thought that was an interesting scene to just kind of show us a different side to Walker, because I know, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this, that I feel like Bucky and Sam, especially Bucky, where I'm just like, imposter, go away, I don't like you. Then they show he has a lot of the same qualities that Steve Rogers had, right? He's just trying to make a difference. He's trying to do what he feels is right. He's a patriot and all of that. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. And, they made him more human, I guess. But then when he showed up on that truck, I was having so many mixed emotions, because initially I was like, yay, help. And then I was like, oh, God, not you. Mm-hmm. And then I was just cycling through those emotions back and forth. It was just very strange, because it was almost like I didn't know what to do with myself with all of those feelings.
I would call that the Maleficent effect, because they are showing you the other side of this guy who you're supposed to dislike.
But
right?
he's not a bad guy per se, unless there's, I don't know, I almost feel like there's something sinister.
He's not a
under
bad
there.
guy. No, he's not a bad guy, but he's certainly antagonistic for the main characters. He's not an antagonist. He's just antagonistic.
Sure.
You know what I mean? The action on top of the truck was cool. It didn't compare to the action in the first episode. I was a little bit underwhelmed. The joke with I was going to say the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That's completely off. The wizard, alien, and the what?
Androids.
Androids. That was funnier in the commercial. In the context of this, it didn't ha-ha me as much.
Yeah.
But the bigger issue here that I'm having so far is I like these two characters together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the show's doing two things at once. It has a fun camaraderie between the two of them, and they hate each other, but I don't really get why they hate each other unless there's something I'm completely missing. Like the conversation in the room with the therapist or the psychiatrist, I'm like, the animosity between them in that moment, I am not understanding.
Bucky had a massive breakthrough in therapy.
But why do they dislike each other so much? Where's all that animosity coming from? If they were just having a grand old time with the funny banter and whatnot.
I'm not sure, but just watching that and what Bucky said, it just boils down to, so he's upset with Sam because Sam gave up the shield, right? And he's all like, Steve believed in you so much and you just threw it all away. What it boils down to is it's not so much that he's mad at Sam, it's that he's afraid that if Sam isn't who Steve thought he was, if he's not like the person that he's not living up to that ideal, then he's not a good person.
Okay, that's
you know
fine.
What that means?
That's fair.
And so
but then the problem is the comedic stuff. It's not coalescing for me. It's not congruent. You know what I mean? It feels very incongruent with each other. Like I like the idea of just like with Marvel stuff in general, you're trying to have that comedy in there, but it's very incongruent with the tonality being struck in that scene. Like I remember now, it's all coming back to me. You guys have to understand it's quite late that we're watching this. It's well after midnight. It's coming back to me. I get why he's mad at him, but then like the funny ha-has to precede that, it feels like it needs to be flipped. You know what I mean? It's a little bit confusing.
Well, I feel like it's almost like a defense mechanism, right? These are two guys who are all about like action, go, like we're superheroes, we do the thing, but they don't really deal with their emotions very well. And so the way that they deal with that and with each other is through constant jabs and through comedy, I guess, like making jokes and just antagonizing each other. It's almost like
it doesn't feel that different from when the Avengers were making fun of each other in the beginning of Age of Ultron. There was no underlying major tension there. They were just taking jabs at each other because it's funny. That's what it felt like here for me personally.
Okay.
There wasn't this underlying thing of, I'm taking jabs at you because you messed up. It just felt like they're taking jabs at each other as pals.
It's banter, right?
Exactly. And so that's where the confusion is happening for me. It's almost like the show forgot what it was doing for a second in this particular episode and then came back to it for the convenience of giving you a ha-ha. That's what I'm getting conflicted about.
Okay.
That's all. These are minor complaints, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, you can only make an assessment of all of it once you've seen all 6 episodes. But this is what I'm feeling so far. I like the first episode more than I like this episode in total so far.
Okay.
I mean, I like learning more about Bucky. I like that they introduced this notion that there was this black super soldier and the history associated with that, and introducing these notions that we experience in our IRL. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the political angle in there. As long as it's serving the story, I think it's pretty cool.
Also,
yeah.
I mean,
the tonality thing just sort of confused me a little bit.
Sure.
That's all.
Yeah, I guess I'll just have to kind of keep a lookout for that in future episodes. I guess it didn't really trip me up in the same way that it did with you, but you may have a point. I just wanted to talk about the villains and their group real quick, because that's another thing that Marvel does a really good job of, is just kind of creating interesting villains, especially with Thanos, right? But this whole idea that they're kind of like Robin Hood and they're basically taking care of the people who didn't disappear during the blip, right? So there's this whole conflict there with people who have been living on Earth for the past 5 years and they've been around, and then suddenly half the population comes back.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh crap, now we have a bunch of problems, there's less resources, and it seems like the government is more concerned with taking care of the people who just like suddenly appeared out of nowhere, and it's like, okay, well, what about us who've been here this whole time? And so I kind of see where they're coming from, and so I'm interested to see where it's gonna go, because it's not all black and white, you know. I guess their antagonists in the show so far are, you know, the regular bad guys who have an interesting backstory, as well as new Captain America and his sidekick with the funny name. What was his sidekick name?
Alabaster or something. I don't know.
No.
I forget.
It was weird.
I forgot.
Yeah.
It's something like Explosion or something. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
But it certainly made Bucky want to stop the truck and get out and walk.
Yeah. I was kind of like, is that attitude really warranted?
He hates him.
Yeah.
He hates him. He hates him because he's assuming the role of his best friend who's dead.
Exactly.
It's understandable that he hates them, and it's exacerbated by the fact that Sam should have had the shield, and it's now in this guy's hands, who's a complete douchebag as far as Bucky's concerned. I completely get where he's coming from.
No, I do.
Yeah.
But you know, the more mature part of me goes, no, why can't we just be friends? And then the immature part goes, no, F you. I'll walk 20 miles. God damn it. I hate you. Yeah, so I mean, I get it too.
The one thing that's just sticking with me as a negative is I just wish the action was cooler in that, because we're all, for this, you know, lengthier episode, especially coming off of WandaVision, where you're used to that 30-minute thing. You know, for it having one action sequence, my expectation of that action sequence is quite high.
There were some cool moments.
It was okay. The first one set up a bar. Right, set a bar that was quite high. I mean, obviously it's the beginning of the show, so it's got to really kick off strong.
Yeah, because they want to hook you in.
Yes, but like, if you're only going to have one action sequence in this entire show, it needs to be like, my hope would be that each one is as strong as the last. If not, it gets better as it goes, not worse. And so for me, it was like, oh, that was serviceable as an action sequence, and there were certainly cool ideas in there, but it wasn't as like mind-blowing as I was anticipating from the commercials and whatnot.
Sure.
I was expecting it to be stronger. What was cool was that in all the ads, they managed to effectively hide this knockoff Captain America guy, because I had no idea he was going to show up to the scene and be a problem and whatnot. That was an interesting conflict, and I wish that they found a way to weave that in a little bit better, where now Sam is like trying to fight these guys, but he's also got to look over his shoulder and deal with this schmuck over here who has no field experience at the level he does. That would have been an interesting action device, because it's almost like Jackie Chan, you know, where you're like, okay, he's trying to deal with this, but at the same time, he's got to watch this dude's back who shouldn't even be there. And like, he's like at the same time, and it's confusing. And then he gets knocked in the face because he wasn't fully focused on the enemy. He's also focused on this person who's about to fall off the truck and die. Like, that's interesting conflict in order to raise the stakes in the action sequence, none of which was there, even though all the opportunity was there to have it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If anything, it was only at the service of the pseudo Captain America guy who had to give up his shield to save his partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was going to die for a second there. And I was also like, oh no, I don't want him to die, but also I kind of do. It's awful.
The stuff with this, unless it's going to pay off, again, we can't really make an assessment of this until the end of the show. But like, as the show is going on, I'm like, I care about Sam and Bucky. I want to see more of them. And the show gives you this really long intro with fake Captain America, and then a lot of stuff with him in between. And I'm like, there's way too much time on this guy. I don't want to spend. I make the point and move on and get back to the characters that we care about. This the feeling I kind of got, because I only get 40 minutes with these people each week, and so it's a little bit frustrating for me. But maybe that's part of the point, I guess. I don't know. Like, I just want to get back to our main characters as quickly as possible. It's like, I know this guy sucks. I know he's a thorn in their side. Get back to it. Like, there was this whole like football thing with the band, with the Bring It On people, with the cheerleaders,
the marching band
and whatnot. I'm like, all right, like, you don't need as much of this. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you think that they're trying to make us like him?
That's what I'm confused about.
Because initially I was like, oh, I think they're trying to, make us sympathize, and it was working on me. But then when he showed up, I was like, nope, still feel like you're a douchebag. I don't like you. Nope. Not into it. And like literally Bucky's face and his attitude was how I was feeling inside.
Yeah.
Because I was just, I just had a strong aversion to them.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you are? Like, let the big boys play. Like, we were doing just fine. We might have looked like we were getting our asses handed to us, but it would have been just fine.
Right,
and now
right.
you came and messed everything up. Go away.
Yeah, like the whole thing with the marching band and whatnot, like there was just this lot of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find any of that interesting until it cut to Bucky and watching his face like
Yeah,
mad.
he was just
That was where it got interesting for me. I'm like, because I want to know what's going on with that guy, not the other dude.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
The awesome thing about Sebastian Stan when he's doing that face is it's like you can read it, but it's also like not readable as well. Because I was kind of going, he's pissed, right?
Yeah.
Or is he
No,
just thinking
no,
hard?
it was very
or
clear.
is he pissed? Like
It was very clear he was upset.
It was really good.
To me, it was very clear he was upset. He was clearly, visibly upset. And
I think he was
like,
going through like a range of emotions of like just mad and like what confusion and everything. Yeah.
Just to finish off my point, like the introduction, right, to illustrate where this guy's coming from and whatnot. It's like, okay, after about 30 seconds, I don't care anymore. I just want to get back to our characters. Like, do enough to make the point and get back to it, unless this is going to pay off. That's my caveat to all of this. That's my parenthetical. It's like, if this is going to pay off in the subsequent episodes, we only get 4 more. If this is going to pay off, then fine, then cool. I retract everything negative I said about it. But until then, I am cautiously optimistic. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's all I'm saying.
But I trust Marvel because I feel like they've done really well with their shows so far.
Sure.
And so I'm just going to say, I trust you, Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait and see how all of this plays out because I'm hoping, like you say, it's going to all make sense to us at the end.
Right. What they do a good job of is when you're focused on Sam and Bucky, irrespective of like any negative things I may have said, they're always interesting to watch.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing. It's like, action or not, they are interesting people to watch, and they're going through interesting things. This show, just in episode 2, has so many like subplots that are all very, very interesting subplots.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so Sam has his personal stuff with the bank, and then
His sister.
Yeah, and his sister. Bucky has his personal, basically past sins that he's trying to atone for.
Yep.
And then there's the stuff with the Captain America shield and dealing with the ego and the dishonoring of Captain America by not taking up the mantle when that's what he was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got 3 subplots right there on top of the A plot, which is who the hell are these bad guys? We got to go get them. That's a lot. And we have 4 episodes left to wrap all this up. I'm very curious to see where this goes, and I'm excited to say the least. I mean, I know that I sounded like a curmudgeon, but I am still excited to see where this goes. So, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for subscribe, please, and hit the bell icon. And if you're watching this on Patreon, thanks so much for supporting us here. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.